Ooh, it's been a while since I last did a Pokemon GO storytelling video. Today, I'm gonna tell you guys all about the time that I caught the world's first ever Mewtwo. Yep, I caught the world's first ever Mewtwo, and I'll show you guys it in my collection and tell you guys the story all about it. Alright, so hi to all of you guys. So let's go to bring my screen up, and I'm going to show you guys the Mewtwo first of all. So yes, Mewtwo, the holy grail of all Pokemon. Alright, I have a lot though. I have a lot of shadow, and in fact the shiny shadow. So, but I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom. You guys can see this Mewtwo over here that I have powered up to level 40 at 4097 CP. Why is this known as the world's first Mewtwo? Well, I'll show you guys over here at the very bottom. You guys can see it's caught in Japan. Dated on the 14th of August 2017. It's about 5 years ago, man. So this particular Mewtwo, alright, was the world's first ever Mewtwo that was released to the world. Alright, and I was lucky enough to be able to have a chance to catch this, and I'll tell you guys all about it. It's a 84% IV, that's why I label it as Mewtwo 84, but you know, I'm keeping it forever. Did not power it up to level 40 though. I mean 50 though. Yeah, my brain is clearly not working. But yeah, maybe next time in the future. But hang on, let me go ahead and turn off my alarm. Okay, sorry for the disturbance, but anyway, yes, this is the Mewtwo that I'm showing you guys that I got. So we're just gonna put it there as I tell you guys the story all about it. So Mewtwo, I'm pretty sure is a huge fan favorite Pokemon, and how did I came about to actually catch this Mewtwo 5 years ago, even before X-Raid, EX-Raid Pass was released into the game. So it was back then when I traveled to Japan for a Safari Zone held back in 2017 together with my friends from Singapore. So at that point of time, there were a total of 7 of us, including me, and we actually rented a car and drove around and had fun and playing the Safari Zone together. But at the point of time, you know, in order to enter a special event, Niantic and Pokemon Company did not even reveal what special event it was, but they just stated that you have to ballot for it. So in order for you to have a chance to actually go for this particular event, you would have to, you know, go online and like do like a lucky draw kind of thing, and you submit your name. If your name is chosen, great, congratulations, you then have access to enter this particular special event, including the fact that you can bring 3 extra friends to enter the event with you. So at that point of time, all 7 of us, we actually applied for it. Only one of our friend, Momo, she actually managed to get herself the ticket, and she was able to bring 3 friends to the event. So to cut the story short a little bit, we all went to Japan. We were at the entrance of the special event. It was located at Yokohama. Yokohama Stadium basically was the actual venue for this particular event. And what Niantic and Pokemon Company did though, like a few hours before the event itself, this particular Mewtwo event, they actually turned off the Pokestops and the gyms around the stadium itself. I think it's about a 1 or 2 kilometer radius that they turn it off. But if you were to use your Go Plus to spin, you can actually still spin the Pokestop. But if you try and tap on anything, there will be nothing on the map. So that was that at that point of time. And what happened was that Momo actually was the one with the ticket. Of course, she was able to enter the stadium. She of course wanted to bring us in. So what happened was, when we were at the entrance of the stadium, she said that she wanted to bring Mr. Wong in. Mr. Wong is a 70+-year-old senior citizen, and she is Mr. Wong's like Pokemon GO you know, companion, and they actually play Pokemon GO together very frequently every day last time. So hence she wanted to bring him in, just like me and Auntie Gladys, like our Pokemon GO companion. So at that point of time, there were 2 other players, Anne and Martin. They actually did not want to go for the event because they kind of came for the trip on a very last minute basis. So they felt like they did not want to steal the slot available. 3 of them, sorry, not just 2, but 3 of them. So it was 2 of them. It was 2 of them, yeah, I'm trying to recall, guys. So eventually, it was me, Auntie Gladys, and another lady known as Auntie Elsie. And what happened was, the three of us, we wanted to enter enter the stadium. So eventually, I told them, oh, you know what? Let's do a lucky draw in a way. I wanted to like do a lucky draw to see among the five of us who would be able to enter the stadium. Eventually, after Anne and Martin backed out, it's just left the three of us. Eventually, we did rock paper scissors. Alright, but before we did the rock paper scissors though, they insisted that I should be the one going in too. Reason for that is because if I did not go for the event, they wouldn't have gone for the Safari Zone itself also, and they felt that because I was the one like organizing stuff and bringing them there, they felt that I should be deserving of entering the event, I guess. So eventually, three of us were chosen: Momo, Mr. Wong, and myself. So the last one, alright, was left between Auntie Gladys and Auntie Elsie, and both of them actually did rock paper scissors. Eventually Auntie Gladys won and she was able to enter the place. So I want to tell you guys how really sought after this event ticket was, to the extent that there were people outside of the stadium literally holding a sign written in Japanese, which Anne can read. She actually speaks fluent Japanese. She translated that people were looking for someone to bring them into the stadium. They were looking for 1 ticket or 2 tickets to enter the stadium just for the event. A lot of Japanese, they were walking around and asking people if they have a ticket to enter the event. It's really crazy, though. So eventually, since Auntie Elsie, she couldn't enter the ticket, when we were queuing up, she was going around asking people also if anyone had a ticket to bring her into. Unfortunately not. So eventually, the four of us were queuing in the queue, and at the point of time, we still did not know what event it was. Myself, I did not know what event it was. I did not check social media or anything or whatsoever, just to keep it a little bit more surprising for myself. So eventually, after queuing, and we were walking at the side wall of the Yokohama Stadium, seriously, at the point of time, I still did not know until we literally entered the entrance, the first entrance where you could see the stadium itself, and I was like, I literally went like this. My jaw just dropped, because on the big screen, you could see Mewtwo on the screen, people catching Mewtwo. There were thousands of people there, and literally what they did was they organized it in a group, like probably 200 people per group, and they brought it group by group by group by group. I think there were like, I do not know, man, maybe like, I really do not know how many thousands of people. I wouldn't be surprised if it's even close to 10,000 people. It was just insane. It was really, really that insane. So what happened was, after you enter the stadium, you walk down the stairs, enter to the center of the stadium, the field area. You then will receive a QR code, a literal QR code in like a name card size, and then you get to scan the QR code. After you scan the QR code, the QR code will be invalid already, and then 3 gyms with Mewtwo's on them will appear. Alright, I think it lasted for like, I don't know how many hours, but basically lasted through the event. And as I was like looking at the screen, I still saw people catching. I saw kids catching it, and then I noticed that all of them were catching it. I saw it being caught on the screen. I was like, oh my god, like everybody is like catching it. What's the issue, man? Because at that point of time, legendary rates were already out, and I knew that legendary rates ain't easy to catch. However, everybody was catching it, until I realized the circle color, it was green. And then eventually I noticed another person with the device. It had 99 balls. So I was like, 99 balls, green circle is probably 100% catch rate with 99 balls. There's like no way for it to run away, right? Yeah, so eventually it came to our turn. We were brought to the section that we could actually do the raid, because you have to move into the section by section. And you went in 20 people in the same lobby as you. And then eventually, even before we actually fought the Mewtwo, I was telling my friends, I told them, say, hey, we need to prepare the best counter. The best counter is Tyranitar with Bite and Crunch. Yep, that point of time, that was the best. And I told them to prepare, otherwise it may not be easy to take down Mewtwo. But you guys know what, I forgot that we had 20 people. We had more than like 10,000 people there, right? So no issue at all. So eventually, after taking down the Mewtwo, when it was on my screen to catch, I was like, 99 balls, Mewtwo, green circle. I was like, oh my god, this is so insane. I still couldn't believe it. I'm pretty sure quite a number of people got themselves a hundo, but mine wasn't. Mine was 84%, as you guys can see over here. But eventually, all of us were very happy that we actually caught this Mewtwo. They were so happy, and when we went out to show our friends the Pokemon, they were like, oh my god, they couldn't believe it. That is Mewtwo also. And then we used it to fight in the gym, have some fun with it. Of course, we couldn't put it in the gym because legendary Pokemon cannot be put in the gym. But it was fun to actually use it to fight in gyms and even raid purposes. Alright, eventually we met up with a few of our Japanese friends also. They even showed us the Mewtwo that they caught. Some of them caught some really impressive ones like 96%, 98%. None of the ones in my group actually got 100% at all. But that is all for this particular story, man, in terms of how I caught the world's first Mewtwo. It was a really fun experience. That's why I like traveling to actually attend such events. Of course, it's not something for everyone because it's not cheap to actually travel, you know, and time-wise also. But that is all that I have to share with you guys this story. If you guys enjoyed such stories from me, definitely leave a like on the video. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Alright, Mewtwo, although I don't really use you that much, but I've given you a Shadow Ball, no Side Strike, so I don't use you. You can Focus Blast all the way though. Alright, so goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.